Hey everyone, welcome. It's Thursday. It's time for the Geek Chat. We've got some great books today, a lot of DC because we're going heavy into the DCKO, as well as a new number one from Marvel and a new number one from Image, which I'm interested to hear what Des has to say about it. So let's get the show started, shall we? Hello, everyone. This is Rich from the Geek Chat. I'm Beardy Rich, I should say. And joining me is producer Kyle, because Des is having some trouble getting in. How are
I'm a
you
little
doing?
bifurcated beardy Kyle because I
You
got
are.
my beard is shorter in the middle.
It still looks good. You're still a beardy.
Always. Even if I shave clean, I'm still bearded on the inside.
Good. Everyone should be bearded on the inside. Hey, Zax, welcome in. You have a new name, I guess. Zax T8V. Interesting. So we have a giveaway today, and it is amazing. Both of us really like this. It is a 1 in 25 for The Darkness, which we will be reviewing. The 1 in 25 by David Mack, and it is the Virgin cover. Well, hello, sir. Welcome in.
Thank you. Sorry for the delay. I'm in my new area,
A
my
new area.
new my new office and everything. So that's why I think it's a little bit of connectivity issues, but I was able to get it going. So
All right,
Good.
I'm gonna pull Des out for a second, and put him back in so he looks right. Hold on.
Okay,
Much
there
better.
you go.
there we go. All right, so I was telling everyone that this is the number one for The Darkness, the 1 in 25 David Mack Virgin variant, which I gotta say, this was a good one. This was a good pick this week, Des.
Yeah,
Beautiful
I was looking
cover.
at him, and I was looking at him when I saw this one. I was like, yeah, this is the one. So and even so much when Rich posted about it on X or Twitter, it'll always be
Twitter.
Dave Mack liked it.
I
So
know.
maybe he's in the chat. Hi Dave, if you're
Hi,
in there.
Dave. Hey, Kenneth, welcome in. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this book. So, and yes, producer Kyle really wants this too. He loves David Mack. We
Well,
both
you know what to do, everybody. If you do not put in the Geek Chat, or we don't get it, then I'll have to send it to Kyle. So
I have a feeling that there might not be anyone showing up to put Geek Chat in.
well, who
Oh,
knows? Well, we're going to continue on anyway.
yes. All right. So today, hey, Canadian survivalist. Today, DC and James Gunn birthed to the world the Supergirl trailer. Did you watch it?
Yep.
All right.
Justice for Streaky.
You and the streaky.
Justice for Streaky.
Hey, Barlord.
When I saw that damn dog, I was like,
well, you knew the dog was going to be in it. It's not a surprise.
So no, the dog can't be in it because
Why?
does this take place before or after he was taking supposedly the dog's not going to be there. So the scenes where we see the dog was before she leaves, of course, to go on her wander about or her walk.
Hey, Paul.
About, whatever. So
yeah.
So she's like, I'm too cool for school. I'm that Supergirl. Yeah. I'm a white girl. Yeah. You know, and I'm just like, okay. Again,
we had a little Blondie as the music, of course.
I've never heard. I never read the book it's based on, so I have no frame of reference for that. So I am going to read it before this book. Before this movie comes out.
Yeah. Well, you got months.
But yeah, who knows?
I also haven't read it. I remember when it came out, and then they put it in one of the new size graphic novels. So I ordered that one. It's one of their like new inexpensive collections. So I will read this.
Guys, yes, when you go to read this, Bilquis Evely's art on the series that this is based on is some of the most transcendent comic art I've seen in years.
Wow.
Yes.
Just
Very good.
incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Maybe we'll give it a review in the new year before the movie comes out.
I think that we should.
Okay.
So, what did you think of the trailer?
Not what I was expecting. I thought it was funny after we watched it. Coog and I watched it. I looked at him and I went, "Nothing made me really want to watch this movie, but we're gonna go see it anyhow."
Of course, we're gonna go see it.
But nothing made me want to go see this movie, except for the idea that Brainiac is being introduced. But I don't understand. He has to be the villain that's taking the city, right?
I would assume so.
Yeah. So Lobo, friend or foe?
Foe. Well, anti-foe.
Anti-foe.
Anti-hero foe. So I think he's just going to be there for Momoa relief.
You know, he looks way better for a Lobo than he does an Aquaman. Just I've been saying that since the beginning. Like,
Kyle, can you put up that picture, or will we get demonetized if we show that picture? There it is. So we got a little look at him, a little blurry kind of picture, a still from the show, from the trailer, and so this is our. He kind of looks like a panda, like an angry panda bear. You know,
angry panda Lobo.
Like a, you know, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, so we got angry panda Lobo, we got that damn dog. So yeah, I guess everything is good. I guess I don't know. The only thing that I'm angry about, I switched my mic, by the way, if you don't hear it. The only thing I'm angry about is the damn dog. So I hope the dog's not going to be in it. I don't think the dog's in it because he's supposed to be with Clark. So I think we're going to have some weird kind of like, you know, we might have a, you know, Clark in it, her having a conversation with Clark, talk about what's going on and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, they have like a little spat or something. And then she's like, I'm gone. You can't tell me what to do. You know, I'm a rocker chick. Yeah. And then she's going to like get on her ship and she's going to, and then she's going to go have this sort of like existential.
You know. You're breaking up, just so you know. Your mic is now, yeah.
You hear me? Sorry, I was probably too far away because I was flailing my head around. But no, she's probably gonna go and have an existential, you know, crisis, or she has an existential crisis, and then she goes to this planet. She gets involved in something that's real and makes her feel, you know, and makes her understand what her cousin is fighting for, because now it's real. I think the things that we're seeing, where the Dome City goes over, I think that's a flashback. I don't think that's happening in real time. I think that is for her kind of like past, because something's gonna happen in it where she believes, you know, I couldn't do anything to stop, you know, when Argo City was taken, but I'm gonna do something now, you know, and that's kind of be her rallying, you know, cry as she goes and helps the other girl, you know, because she sees how like this other girl is living, and she's like, you know, oh, you know, you can do whatever you want, but you don't, and she can be like, I'm sorry, and then she's gonna like be Supergirl, and you know, yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. What? Why are you laughing?
So it's funny because I watching that trailer and seeing how Supergirl was on her show, kind-hearted, lighthearted, just a total opposite. Total opposite. And I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I don't much care for angsty. Like, that's not the character I want to watch for 2 hours.
Because you're old.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm there too, though. Like, I'm there too. Like I can deal with angst, you know, for a while.
You're watching Buffy, so of course you can.
Oh my god, Buffy is so good right now. Like, I don't know though. Like Buffy, like we just finished season 5. So we're on season 6 where they just brought her back from the dead and Willow's all like being all super crazy. Okay, the whole like Dawn Key era.
It's horrible. That was Dawn. I hated Dawn. Hated Dawn.
Okay.
She screams and cries too much. I mean, R.I.P. to the actress, but the her role that was written as was terrible.
Well,
Terrible. I wanted her gone.
So the Dawn, we got past that season and it was rough. I thought Glory was kind of crazy and all her
Glory
stuff.
was great. Yes.
Well, of course you like Glory, but as Kyle realized, we're not talking about Superman anymore. He's like, let's just get that off.
No, sorry, we were having a problem where like a lot of folks, like Phil and some other folks, were on the vertical stream, and their comments weren't populating.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to end that and get them over here, and
it made sense to me.
Superman, and I was trying to ignore the talk about Superman because like I haven't watched the trailer and I don't watch the trailers.
Oh, okay. So
like I'm trying to ignore that and work on this, and there's so much happening.
Okay. Well, we're talking about Buffy now. So, but yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens in Buffy season 6. I know we're getting ready to have Evil Willow, so I can't wait for that. So that's going to be fun. We're on season 3 of Angel.
Spike forever.
we're on season 3 of Angel now. So when they just introduced Fred, who hopefully adds some more stuff to it. I don't know.
Fred has her own whole story arc. Wait till you see.
Good. See, and the problem though is I love reading trivia, but sometimes the trivia on IMDb, it's annoying because they'll spoil shit from and I'm like, so some of the stuff has been spoiled for me, but again, it's been over for like over a decade, so it's like, come on. But yes, I've been really enjoying it so far. Buffy Bot was great. Just the whole, I can see why people loved the show and defend it wholeheartedly. So yeah, I've been enjoying it far too much than I think I ever should have. But I'm glad I'm able to watch it now because I don't think I would have. I don't know how I would have. I don't know of how like mid-20s Desmond would have reacted to Buffy. I think I'd have been like me, but now, older Desmond can really watch it and be like, okay, I could get this as a little better.
So I want to say we're watching a show and it has nothing to do with comic books, but I just have to tell you because it's amazing.
Sure.
It's called Palm Royale. It's on Apple TV.
Yes.
Are you watching it?
We watched the first episode and then it got buried in all the other shows that we watched. So no.
Oh my god.
Has it gotten really good?
The first season, Carol Burnett steals the scenes in a coma. Like she's in a coma and it's hysterical. Oh. This season 2, she's awake and she's out for blood and it is so good.
Oh, against what's her name? Kristen Wiig, right?
Yes. Okay. The cast is truly spectacular. Like no one doesn't put in the effort. Like they're all on the top of their game. It's
Is it Ricky
so
Martin?
Good. Ricky Martin plays a gay man. I mean, go figure. But he's kind of Carol Burnett's love interest. Not like that, but
I was like, go on, Carol.
She favors him. Oops,
okay.
Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, anyone that has Apple TV, I would watch. Watch it. It's so good.
All righty, folks. So we talked about the giveaway. We talked about the Supergirl stuff. We had a Buffy tangent. So let's talk about comic books. And just so you know.
Well, I just want to say, Kyle, Kelly just texted me. He says there's connectivity issues again, and he got booted a bunch of times. So I don't know if something is going on.
Kelly probably is getting hit by the closing of the vertical stream. Okay, and just needs to refresh all of YouTube.
Yes.
Like, close the app and reopen it.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know why it happened. I can't tell you why it happened. It hasn't happened prior to this. So who knows? But I'm going to send an email where I'm like, hey, you kids, get off my lawn about getting it fixed. So
all right. Well, Bard Lord, we will be talking about Absolute Bats. So just to let you know that one of the reasons why the promo ad for this week was Geek Chat Attack is because like the first couple of books are all DC. Like it was a DC heavy week for us. And so we do have in the last segment we have some non-DC comics, but the first comics we're talking about, it's going to be DC heavy. So because this KO thing they're doing is just really good. Again, like everything, like every event, there are some hit and misses. But if we're going to compare, apples to apples, Marvel to DC, I would say DC's KO event is just, pardon the pun, knocking out Marvel's event right now. So we're gonna
Yeah.
start with some older titles that you might not have that you may have read or might not have read, but these are two tie-ins that we wanted to talk about. And
Oh, Barlord, funny thing. We were going to read Ordained and review it, but
it's sold out.
it was sold out where Des gets his books in almost every store.
Yep.
It was sold out.
Yeah, they basically said the store basically said any of the Bad Idea books, if you know you want it, you need to just let them know, because they just sell out.
Retailers don't really order high on Bad Idea books. They haven't been the most favorable to comic book stores in the beginning of their beginnings. I'll just say, I don't want to go too much. I don't want to badmouth them. We've reviewed a couple of them. They've been some good stories. But there's some issues with their books and retailers. So your retailer might not have ordered it. And this is another reason, Barlord, that you start a pull list. So you get the books, and the experience does an FOC show every week to tell you all about the books that are coming up on FOC, which we do our final ordering on Mondays. So that is a good reason for a pull list as well.
Yes.
Hey, SF.
That's great. As SF, first thing SF did was put in the hashtag before he said, "What's up, everybody?" Like that.
Yes.
See, that's a person that knows what they want. I like it. So, DC KO tie-in The Flash.
Yes.
So
this is part 2.
Yes.
Of Impulse Control.
We talked about the first one.
Written by Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell. Art by Vasco Georgiev. Colors by Matt Herms. Letters by Buddy Bodin. And the cover was, of course, Dan Mora. And there were a bunch of variant covers. I'm mostly getting all... For the tie-ins, I'm really not doing a lot of the variants. I'm just grabbing the main covers, except for the Wonder Woman Lobo.
Yeah,
I had to. They were gorgeous covers.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, the Flash, Impulse is in this. Impulse, of course, lives up to his name. He thinks he can take on Darkseid by himself in the last issue, and this time he gets thrown into the past. And yet it's a world in which Max Mercury was tainted by the Darkseid energies.
Yeah, so, I don't think that they're on. I think they're in the I personally think they're in the past of the Darkseid history, not the normal continuity history. That is where I believe that they are. And I have to say, this Omega League, they are Omega
the Legion of Darkseid.
Yeah, Legion of Darkseid. I should be called Omega Legion. They completely messed it up. But anyway, they are really getting their money's worth with these characters, and it makes it so much better when we get the originals coming back, in the future. So like everything about seeing the Omega Legion, they'll always be the Omega Legion. I'm sorry. For me, has been great, and seeing them, just torment these heroes is fun. The
no holds barred.
Huh?
No holds barred. They are the Legion, the Darkseid Legion, the Omega Legion they don't give any kind of F's for anything.
No, and that's what I like about them. Like, because they were so goody two shoes, to see them, chase them down and be so like villainous is just chef's kiss. Bart himself is Bart. I don't really. It was great to see XS.
Yes, which I always thought should be Rogue's code name.
XS.
I've in my fanfic that I used to write back in the day, XS was her name because she's an X and she's all of them. She's XS. It was good seeing her in this.
Mm-hmm.
XS, not Rogue.
Yeah. Wrong book.
And the fact that Bart couldn't tell the difference, like, yes, it looks like your cousin, but she's trying to kill you.
Yeah, he's I
Not
get
that
that
bright.
he's young, but he's not that bright. But I mean, the thing that he did with the when he got on the train and she was like, "What?" And so I kind of liked that. She is much older, because in the era that she came out of, in the second, um in the new
Incarnation.
millennium, huh?
Yeah.
The new
In
millennium
the
legion, she was younger. You know, she was kind of more like Bart's age. They were all relatively young, so she was. That's also interesting because the versions of the Omega League is Omega Legion is it's almost like the original ones when they all looked like adults, but they had like Lass and Boy and all that other stuff.
yes.
So I kind of like that too. So
You know what's funny? You had mentioned when we were talking about the costumes on one of the past shows about how you like that they are basically the same because he would not allow, individuality in this legion. But
mhm.
I do like how their symbols are
Yes,
present.
yes,
That was a good touch. Like
yes,
Colossal Boy on the cover, the fact that it's not an Omega symbol on his headpiece,
yeah,
it's his symbol.
yep.
Like I like that they left the costumes are basically the same, but they left in who they are. I like that. Overall, did you like the story? Is the story hitting it for you? Is it?
Did we read the credits? I'm not sure if we did or
I
not.
did. I
Okay.
did.
The story's okay. I mean, it's a fill-in issue. I think it's interesting. I think what I like more about it is you get these little interludes about what's happening outside with the stuff that's going on with Booster Gold. So
Yes.
whenever we flash back to what's going on with Booster Gold, I think that's really kind of fun. And if you're not reading it, I honestly don't think it's gonna matter if you're reading it or not. If you're reading these tie-ins or not. But I think it's really nice that they're giving the reader some, like, oh, I know you're reading this for this story, but hey, here's a little bit what's going on over here. And I
Yes.
like that.
It's what the old. It's what the old annuals for Marvel back in the 90s when like Atlantis Attacks or when they would have their big events and all the annuals. And there was
Yeah.
always the backup story which connected to each one. And I unfortunately read them out of order. So I read Wonder Woman before I read Aquaman. And I'm like, how did all these boosters get here? Like, I
read
did
them in
not
order.
I did not read them in order. So
Yes, I read them in order. So,
but if you are interested in these tie-ins, I say pick it up because while it doesn't go to the overall story, it still is definitely a real tie-in. So you're not, you're not just reading it. Unlike what was it from a couple weeks ago where it was the first Aquaman, not this one, the one before it. It had a KO tie-in and it had nothing to do with KO.
no.
So, but this does. And the next book we're going to read, also a review does too. Justice League Unlimited, number 13. Mark Waid was the writer, Dan Mora the artist, Tamara Bonvillain did the coloring, and Ariana Maher did the lettering. And of course, the cover was done by Dan Mora and a bunch of variants as well. This one takes the Terrific 10. They're basically cannon fodder.
They really are.
They really are. They're going to hell to take on Neron because Neron has given these villains an upgrade.
Mhm.
And they're trying to. Her last name is Bonvillain, yes. Bon villain. Bonvillain.
Yep.
They are trying to stop because the villains aren't exactly helping the heroes, clear Earth.
No.
They're causing trouble. And it's like, you're not going to have a world to live in or even try to take over if Darkseid wins. So I like this. We're still bad guys. We're bad guys.
Yeah, they don't care.
The art in this was crazy.
Mhm.
Like he worked overtime on some of these pages.
He does. Yes, like the artwork was gorgeous. I love. Okay, so the Demons 3, like what?
They
Like,
pulled that from the archives. They
oh
went
my god,
back.
I yeah, when I saw them and I saw who they were, I was like, what the hell? Yeah, that was just see, and that's someone who knows DC continuity, and that's someone who knows that this would be a perfect place to insert X, and it
Mhm.
works so good to see them. I didn't know the girl with the snakes in her eyes. I think she was new. I don't think she was from anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
recognize her either.
Sorry, you can see the cats running around behind me because they're exploring the new space. So every
Ah,
now and then I turn around because I want to see what they're doing because they're like
getting
they get
into
under the
stuff.
couch and they or do all kinds of stuff. Sophie's attacking Angie and it's just a lot of crazy. Anyway, um, I love this I love this issue. I love that they are all being killed. I love and not like I love that they're being killed. It's just I love that there's reasons like they have nowhere to go to. They know this is a quote unquote Suicide Squad type mission and they're living up to it. Like people are actually like being killed and and I like it.
Or
And I
sacrificing themselves.
exactly. And I do like that that old Green Lantern Alan Scott
From
is
Kingdom Come.
yeah, and he's like he's the narrator, but his narrations make so much sense and they add so much life to it. How he talks about knowing a certain person and knowing this person and stuff. I don't know, just Mark Waid is a, fantastic writer, and when he's allowed to just and he's been allowed to write these really great stories that are just so like fun, and this one was just that. It was just a fun it's just been a fun little adventure through hell, so yeah. And it moves. That's another thing. Like some of the comics this week didn't move, and it's not that they didn't move, it's just they were very slow, and comics that kind of come out there and they just kind of like keep going, and it's just like that, it's that pendulum punch, and I'm just like, yeah. So yeah, I liked both these tie-ins. I'm glad that you suggested that we read them and review them, because it's just I don't want to keep kicking Marvel when they're down, but it's just so refreshing to have them
You
here.
mean DC?
The Marvel kicking Marvel when it's down, because it's so
Oh,
refreshing to have actual like um tie-ins that actually tie in, number one, and number two, they're interesting, like they're fun to read. Like I'm reading it and I'm like, yes, like it makes total sense. So
yeah. I really
yeah,
I have been enjoying the Justice League Unlimited.
yeah.
The ideas and thoughts that were put into this book when it was first um uh, so it was, this came out of Absolute
Hmm.
Power, so it focused on that, and now it's focusing on this. I just, like you said, Mark Waid is the right writer for this book.
Hmm.
He gets the past of DC and uses it. So you and I, as older readers, we're like, oh my God, I haven't seen this fill in the blank person. And yet new readers can be like, oh, this is cool. Who are these three demons?
Hmm.
So yeah, if you're not reading Justice League Unlimited, pick up, I think the first trade is available.
Probably.
Track down them. Put this on your pull list for the KOs, because this Terrific 10 series, I'll be sad when all the guys are dead, but it's nice to see them again.
I mean, who
Especially that
knows?
really cool Hawkman.
I mean, they might not die all. I mean, they probably are, but
They are. Come on.
yeah, they're gonna sacrifice themselves. I mean, that just kind of happens. But
All
so
right, we're taking our first break, and then we're going to
yep.
get to the actual fights.
Yes. So stay tuned and we'll see who wins between Little Black Beardy Dez and Beardy Rich. So stay tuned.
Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience. FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Are you okay?
Rich popped me in the eye during the break.
I told you not to mess with me, fellas. So you're watching the Geek Chat. We're on the experience. Thank you for watching. I'm Beardy Rich.
I'm full Black Beardy Des.
Yes, it's getting there.
It is.
It is. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Don't know what you do on Twitch, but do it. We have our giveaway. It's an amazing cover. Everyone wants it. You're going to want this. It is The Darkness #1 by David Mack. It is a 1 in 25 virgin variant, and it could be yours free. You don't have to buy a thing. Come out of the creepers. Creepers? Come out from creeping? What do you call it? Lurkers.
Lurker.
And put in hashtag Geek Chat, because you could get this.
And we will be reviewing it today as well.
Yep. But first, we have our All Fight Month, Aquaman versus Hawkman. This is, we're going to go. So,
Lobo, sorry, it's the.
There you go.
This one.
This was round 2.
I read them in the right order, but I gave them to you in the wrong order, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, I read them in the way
whichever one you
put
want to
them
win
on.
loses.
So, all right, let's get the credits out of the way for this. That's not it. There we go. Round 2 of Gods and Men. Jeremy Adams did the writing. John Timms did the art. Rex Locust did the coloring. Dave Sharp did the lettering. And John Timms did that main cover. Not Dan Mora for the first time. Wow.
Good cover, though.
So I did not like this book because I didn't like the winner. So I'm going to rip it up and never read it again.
You know what?
What?
I love the book because of the winner.
No.
Yes.
If this was Tux to Fish Aquaman, Hawkman would have taken. Oh, spoilers, by the way. The fact that he's all souped up with this new stupid power and
the water controlling power, yes.
No.
Yes, I absolutely loved it. He didn't need to change because this is his most powerful form, and he rocked that Tweety bird. It was glorious to see. The artwork was great. I love this new version of Aquaman. I think that he is finally, someone to mess with. Although honestly, I do think that because of the power boost, I will give it to Rich that he did have a little bit of plot armor that I was like, okay. But seriously, like, how are you gonna, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly thought it would be a toss up between the two. To be completely honest, like, no poking Rich, but I wasn't sure who was going to win until I read it. And then when I started reading it, like, I think this is DC's way to be like, look, Aquaman
doesn't talk to fish anymore.
Yeah, well, he does actually. She still talks to fish.
Oh, okay. That's not it,
that. But he has mirrors. So basically, they didn't swap powers. He stole her powers, basically. Oh, so he can still talk to fish. But
it was a good book. I'm just kidding. I do not like this fact that he
does.
Man didn't even win one.
No, he didn't. Like, and that's the other thing. I was like, damn, it was not even a TKO. Like, he literally knocked his ass out. And I was like, wow. So and didn't even change forms. Like this was his most powerful form. I did think that his trident changing shapes was kind of interesting. But again, I do think this was DC's way of saying, hey, Aquaman is a major player now. Let's show him as a major player. I do think that Hawkman should have gotten a few more hits in. When he was talking about being what did he say? He was what is it? He has battle expertise, and he knows how to use the weapons and stuff like that. And I just thought that he would have a little bit more battle prowess instead of just being completely like he was. The first one he was completely overwhelmed, like, and maybe and I guess that was because he didn't realize that he had this power or something. I don't know. So for that one, so the first one, I was like, okay. So there were certain. I do believe that again, Aquaman had some plot armor in it. I thought the artwork was fantastic. I thought it was great, and I do like Aquaman now, but I do think that he needs to lose the water controlling ability because it's just not who he is, and I just while he has it now, I think he needs to give it back to Mira some way to give it back.
Isn't she dead?
No, she's still alive.
Oh, I thought she was dead.
Mm-mm.
And Zan and Jaina are there. I don't read Aquaman, so I have zero clue why Zan and Jaina are there.
Yeah, they're hanging out with him.
That's it? They're just hanging out? And his daughter is full grown now?
Yes.
I don't. Okay.
But you don't read the book, so.
I don't. Nope. I went into this blind, and I unfortunately was not happy with the winner. So, boo, I don't like this. Thank you, James, TJ.
Why? Anyway. You're all haters.
Now, the next book, though,
you all are allergic to fish.
I had to get the Pinocchio cover because it's gorgeous. He draws a gorgeous Wonder Woman. So this is Wonder Woman versus Lobo, round 3. This was a very, very interesting book to read. So, round 3. Joelle Jones was the writer. Jason Howard did pages 1 through 19. Carrie Nord did 20 through 28. Daniel Bayliss did the art for 29 and 30. Tamara Bonvillain did the coloring for 1 through 28. Daniel Bayliss did his own coloring as well. And Clayton Cowles did the lettering. And the main cover is Jorge Corona and Sarah Stern. And then a whole bunch of variants as well. I got both covers just because, like, I like that Corona cover as well. But that's too many people on one book, Kyle says.
Okay, so that's the first problem with this book. Number one, right off jump, like right off rip. Kyle, 100% with you, my friend. Too many people. But go ahead. I think I said a lot about the last one, so I really want to see what you're thinking about, because this is like Wonder Woman and Lobo, two of your favorite characters fighting, duking it out. So I really wanted to see.
I wouldn't say Lobo's my favorite.
I thought you really liked Lobo. I thought Lobo was one of your favorites.
Oh,
okay. I know Wonder Woman is, so.
I have to say, I wish Joelle Jones had drawn this book. That's going to be my first thing. I
100%.
miss her art, and I think she draws a spectacular Wonder Woman.
Agreed.
I had to look up Jason Howard because the name is familiar, but I couldn't put exactly what it was. And in one of the panels, it looked like Chew, but that wasn't him. And I'm like, where do I know this from? Astounding Wolfman. He drew. He also worked on with Warren Ellis, blanking. Was it Trees? I don't know. I looked it up. He hasn't done that much work. I don't think he was the right artist for this book.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Thank you, Kyle. I don't mean this in any disrespect because I like his art. I don't like his art on Wonder Woman versus Lobo. I think it was a little too loose for some of the panels. I Carrie Nord, I don't know what happened to him. He used to be one of my favorites. Maybe it was the inker, maybe I don't know what, but the art in this was definitely some rough reading. That's how I'm gonna put that. I thought the New 52 Lobo reference was quite funny. I will say Joel kind of knocked it out with that one. And then who in the New 52 is that? Like the little things coming were cute, not enough to make up for how hard it was to read. I thought the inclusion of the Wonder Girls was kind of odd. Why can't Wonder Woman, who is supposed to be the top Amazon and representative, and she has the gods in her, why are the girls there? Thought that was totally unnecessary. But I agree with the winner. I didn't understand how and who holds Lobo's life and why someone ripped up like that was lost on me.
Okay. Yeah.
But I was like, I read it and I was like, I was really looking forward to this. And unfortunately, it didn't hit the spots that this needed to hit at all.
Yeah. So I will agree on everything you just said there, my friend. Everything you just said is 100% accurate and legit 100%. The problem that I had with this book, and I'm not going to try to put too much on it, but I probably will because that's what we do. Yeah, the artwork just wasn't it for me. It wasn't it for me. I thought that this book was played too much for laughs and it wasn't serious enough. This is a KO thing. This is it was played for laughs, and I was not expecting that. I was expecting a much more serious, down to earth story about two combatants and Wonder Woman overcoming him, and not some Deus Ex Machina popping out saying that it was the absolute. That was the guy in the chair was the absolute. So that's the head of the DC universe. He's like the one above all.
Mhm.
And supposedly the reason why Lobo can't die is because he's such a bastard that hell he can't stay in hell and heaven doesn't want him. And so that's why he can't die. And so that contract was supposedly now he can die. So, and if that's the case, this is a huge change to the character because now he can actually die. And it was just, and that's what I mean. It was just the writing was a little bit too loose, and it was done in order to give Wonder Woman a fighting chance because
Right.
supposedly she can't win, And the thing that I would have liked, and this is no way to say that Jones is not a competent writer. I think she is. It's just the way this was done was just so flippant and just I don't. It was a little bit disrespectful, to be completely honest. And then it was again played for laughs. I just don't. This is not what I expected from a battle between Wonder Woman and Lobo, and I was disappointed with
True.
that. I would have loved to have seen her because the thing is, you don't have to kill him. She could have made him submit, and I'm thinking that would have been so much of a much more, crush to his ego if he was made to submit to Wonder Woman. That would have been such a power move that I'd have been like, oh yeah. That would have been seriously, that would have been fantastic. She's like, I might not be able to kill you, but I can definitely make you hurt. And then that would have been so cool to have her put him into submission or make him tap out. That would have been fantastic. But no, we didn't get that. And so for me, this was my worst comic of the week. I don't like saying that. Very rarely do we ever say that about comics because I can find something for every comic. But this one was just not. It just was not it for me. I did not like this comic at all. And Carrie Nord, I don't know what happened to you, buddy, but I don't know what happened. And I agree with you, Rich. why were they Wonder Girls there? Like this was between Wonder Woman versus Lobo, and for them to say like she is at her most strongest when she's standing with her Amazon sisters, and I'm like, no, it's like no.
No.
So
And
I
okay,
didn't like it. I wished I wanted more from it. I didn't get it. Man.
so real quick, in a battle with just Diana, Wonder Woman of this world, versus Absolute with no Wonder Girls behind her, I think this Wonder Woman loses to Absolute.
100%. 100%. 100%.
Because I feel, and it's only been 14, 13 issues of Absolute, they've already established that Diana is so much more powerful and doesn't have to rely on anybody. So,
Agreed.
hey, Jabroni Chief.
Hi, Jabroni.
Yeah, I was so saddened. I've been looking forward to this book, and the Aquaman, Hawkman. Okay, the person I wanted to win didn't win. Didn't take away from the reading of the book. This, on the other hand, was not the battle at all. So makes me wonder what we're going to get, because the next one up is there's a handy dandy little checklist in the back.
There is
Titans. I love this checklist, by the way. Like, thank you, DC, giving us a good checklist. The next one up is going to be Titans 30. So it's Cyborg versus, who is Cyborg up against? I don't remember. It's someone. And then the Harley Quinn versus Zatanna, which I really hope that's a lot better than this one.
And they don't play it for laughs.
And
I'm assuming there's gonna be laughing stuff because it's Harlequin.
It's Harley, yeah.
But I don't know. Hey, Super Zax. Yeah. So that was Wonder Woman versus Lobo. Yeah.
All right.
We do not need your address. But if you win the whatchamacallit tonight, the giveaway, you just might. So we'll let you know.
I love this cover so much. This cover for me is
So I had it real quick. So when I had the option to get the variant, they had the variant for this comic, as well as the variant for Darkness #1, and it was a really like hard choice, but I went for that one because it was the Virgin cover, and I just love Dave Mack. So just saying, All
right, so Absolute Batman number 15. Scott Snyder was the writer. Jock is filling in and doing the art. Frank Martin did the coloring. Clayton Cowles did the lettering. And that cover is by Nick Dragata. And someone inked it, but I can't read it. It's green on green. Horrible coloring.
Yeah.
Horrible. So this is the Joker, Absolute Joker's origin story, and it is told as a story from Alfred, and that framing was pretty good. I enjoyed the framing of how the origin was told. Barlord Shop ordered 4 of each cover. Holy jeez!
And he half bought them though.
I know, that's awesome. The covers for this was crazy. I had to get one. I got I don't remember who it was. It says it though. Sorrentino. No. Ben Oliver. I got the Ben Oliver variant, as well as the main. I had to draw my line at 2. I wanted most of them, but what did you think? Because do you read Absolute Batman?
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll sit down, I'll read like 2, and then I'll wait for a while, and then I'll read another 2. I know they just got rid of they got done with the Bane story, and that the Bane story was interesting. I don't know, like Deodato's I'm sorry, I think I said his name right.
Dragata.
Dragata. So it's the G I always forget. His proportions are so crazy. They're so crazy. So reading that and watching reading the art or looking at the art was just kind of like, I had to like put it down for a minute because it's so stylized and it's just so like over the top that I'm like, okay.
When Batman dropped behind him and just sliced Beautiful panels, though. You got to say,
Oh,
beautiful
yeah,
panel
just the
work.
panel work was fantastic, but it's just like, whoa, there's like so much stuff going on. It's like, okay.
And now we get this.
So, seeing Jock's art was interesting. It was really, really glorious in some spots. Other spots were a little bit, I wasn't so sure about it, but I think that he was a great artist for telling this macabre story. So I'll leave it at that. The story, I was not expecting to have 3 different tellings as it was like pulling teeth from Alfred to give the actual like of what's going on with them. So that was an actual very interesting sort of like narrative technique. And it's
Yeah.
like, his inner dialogue versus what he was actually telling Bruce about like what's going on. And so part of that kind of was interesting. It's like part of it was kind of interesting because how people want to like don't want to sound crazy, but like you have seen crazier stuff with Killer Croc and the Ginormous Bane. So this should not be that far outside of the realm of what's crazy going on in that world. So for him to stall like that, I was like, okay. But having the tail get weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder, that was fun to see. And how everything, how even the pages of the background that he was telling, even those changed even more. And so it wasn't so much like he was saying something different, but even the reality of those pages were changing. I liked that. I'm glad there was a visual element to this, because if you'd just read that as like a novel or something, that might have been really like, oh, But
Nick.
thanks, Nick. Thank you for jumping in. Really appreciate it. So for that, I was just kind of like, all right, but that reveal at the end that he is this crazy immortal type person who uses science to stay forever young and he has mutated himself, I thought was great. For the life of me, I was praying that they weren't going to do some weird like you send the soul to the devil or something like that. But no, he's a self-made person who did all this himself, and he did this to himself in order to stay young. And he only has this sort of like laughing at the end when he knows he's going to kill you, and he's just a straight man because and the whole background about the Joker and how the Joker is there to make other people laugh, but they're usually the most serious person in the room. It's just, I don't know, just the whole mythos around him that built was the building of the mythos was really well done, and I really liked this issue as a standalone issue. And it makes me now want to see more of the Joker in action, and I don't, and him calling him Mr. Grimm, which is hilarious to me. Having his last name be Grimm is just funny to me. So I actually enjoyed it. And it really kind of re-sparked my interest in Absolute Batman, because I generally just read Absolute Wonder Woman. Like that's the one that I really kind of like I'm really like stay up to date on. Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, they're good, but it's Absolute Wonder Woman that really just kind of is like I like that. I like her story. I like that there's magic involved and stuff like that. So
for me, I read them when they come out, Wonder Woman and Batman, but I let Superman build up, and I read each as the like what would be in a graphic novel. So that's how I read Superman. So I have the second story arc now to just start reading. Absolute Condiment King would be amazing, probably, because it's going to be the evil twisted version. So
condiment made out of blood.
I really
or
enjoyed
other,
this
or other bodily fluids.
The influence Darkseid had on this world shows in this absolute Joker. And the fact that he started way back and through each one, they're the mystery of the fifth and how it's a junior or the we got to 5, and then you learn there's not 5.
It's just him.
That the storyline in this one issue blew away a lot of things that I've read in the last couple of weeks from their competitor. Like, the writing in this was so strong, and the art, you had mentioned the paneling, the use of non-traditional pages mixed with panels throughout this book, and how he told the story and the backgrounds of when it's him as a boy. And then you see, like you had said, you see that same panel later on, and it's even more twisted as to the truth behind what you saw the first time.
Yeah.
The writing in this, even if you don't read absolute Batman and you just want something really cool to read, I would pick this book up if you can find it. I don't know if it's sold out. If there is, I'll probably get the second printing, because if the cover's cool enough, maybe.
Yeah.
But I loved this book. This was creepy and great storytelling. But I do want to say one thing. I know that he's on the cover right there, okay? I'm curious as to if we needed the reveal in this issue. Would it have been a little bit more creepy if all the covers for 15 didn't show him in his final form? Well, this isn't final form. This is almost final form. And we didn't get the reveal at the end of this. What if he had left it? What if Scott Snyder left it as this kind of like in horror movies where you don't see the villain right away? Would that have made an impact? Like, reading it when you see him transform, I'm wondering if we didn't need to see, if they could have been in shadows. Like, would the mystery have been a little bit better if we didn't see his final form until he fights Batman at the end of the arc? Like, that just had me thinking, like, could the story have been a little bit more tighter if we didn't see that final form? Maybe this form would have been fine, because it's not the final form. You know, that final form is just really, I can't wait to see Dragata draw it. Like, he did that, but I want to see that final form with the artist. That was my whole not complaint.
I'm scared.
I thought about it. Like, what would it have been a little bit more impactful if we didn't see it? If we saw him kill the guy in black and white and red.
Yeah, with the jagged teeth.
I don't know. That's, after I read it, I was kind of like, I don't know.
But scary.
It is. Great issue, though, guys. Great issue. Go pick it up.
All right.
And on that,
we're going to take our last break. And when we come back, we're going to switch it up and talk about something that's other than DC. So please stay tuned. And we'll be right
back. Maybe not.
Or we're not?
Oh,
we're not taking a break, Kyle?
No, it's not playing. Just keep rolling.
Oh, okay, cool. All right,
Okay.
so
I don't know what the tech problems are tonight.
No worries. All right, so hey, we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So, as always, we're gonna do it again. So let's talk about the giveaway real quick for all the folks who join later, or in the other segment. We're giving away this Darkness #1 Virgin variant 1 in 25 by the amazing Dave Mack. So yeah, you could have this by just putting in hashtag Geek Chat in the whoop wop wop, which is the comment section if you don't speak Geek Chat. So definitely put it in there. What did you say?
Des. You don't speak Des.
You don't speak Nose. Well, yeah, I guess so, because you don't understand what I'm saying either. So
no.
But yes, this is what you could win today. It's a glorious cover. And yes, Kyle, I did see that you put in hashtag Geek Chat. So if you win, the fix will not be in because he will not be winning. So I'm just saying. So I saw you, sir.
It's random.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. Random. Just because I entered doesn't mean I won't win.
Yes.
If you do,
The work
though,
here meaning I can't win,
I'm
but
just
that doesn't
saying,
mean I won't win.
if you do, I just want anyone to read Screaming Bloody Murder. So, but I'm surprised Nick didn't stay because Nick could have won this too. So, just saying. Anyway, yes, Kyle.
I called my LCS while you were talking during the last segment. They ordered 0 copies of this cover,
Why?
and they missed it on FOC.
Well,
And I
Wow.
went, this is the biggest insult I have ever endured in the history of comic book collecting.
wow, that's sad.
Wow.
Well,
Damn.
well,
So now
hopefully,
I have to hunt one
you'll
down.
win. What was that, Kyle?
Now I just have to go to comic book stores on Saturday and hunt one down.
Very
Yep.
good.
Oh, too bad for me.
Oh. All righty, everybody. So speaking of number ones, we're going to talk about. Well, we're gonna finish it off. We're gonna finish off our show with The Darkness. But this is The End 2099.
Well, I want to say before we get to this,
Oh Lord.
Kyle, who is the special guest on the FOC show that you kind of hinted at but didn't tell?
David Avalone.
Oh.
We've been trying to get him on since our 3rd FOC show, over a year.
Wow.
To be talking about a bunch of different stuff he's going to be talking about, but including he's working on, but including one of my favorite books going right now, Drawing Blood.
Oh, cool. And when is that? When can we watch that?
Tomorrow at a time that exists, 1:00 Eastern, and then some hours earlier in the West. And then
10.
It's 10 o'clock.
listen, I'm already trying to book my flights out to Burbank for Comics Pro,
Yeah.
and trying to figure out what time planes land in what time zone is
Really?
so complicated. I don't even want to
zone.
think about it anymore.
They changed the time zone. Well, it's glad that you're
Well,
gonna
no,
be.
because I'm
it's
flying
been-
one way a bunch of different ways, so I've got to make sure. So confusing. Anyway,
Well, I'm just
but then-
saying. I'm glad that you're coming to California. That way you can get some sun on your cheeks, and that'd be nice.
I'll be at Comics Pro, so I'll probably see the inside of the hotel. And
hey, Garth Wong, welcome in.
In-N-Out Burger. But I do want to point out that tomorrow night at 7:00 Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, on Nick's Original Art Show, he is showing one of his Holy Grails. He was able to get one of his Holy Grail art pieces this week, and he's going to show it tomorrow on the show. I know what it is, and it's worth checking out because it is really a cool cover.
Yes.
So make sure you tune in for that.
Definitely do that.
Cool.
And after us, we have Mog and Mel, who will be sketching up and talking about stuff. So definitely stay tuned for that. And please, Kyle, if you have any other shows that you want to promote, please let the fans know.
Well, there's the Producers Live Sale on Sunday, which is my live sale where I sell comic books. And I will show you guys the thumbnail of it because it's hysterical. This is we're doing blind bundles. Oh, I got to take you off screen. Hold on. I got to. What is happening here?
Technical stuff. Says hi. Oh yes, we saw this. The pictures of you with the. Are you metalheads? Are you?
I made it a
James
background, not an overlay.
Oh.
I'm fighting it here, guys. No, we are LMFAO.
Oh my god.
My God.
So here, I'll show you the thumbnail, but we're gonna do blind bundles on the show on Sunday. You have
I can see it.
bundles of
Why
books.
are you in black and white?
They're not in black and white.
Kyle's face is
Because
black
that
and white.
dude's so pale. Like,
Oh,
I
you're
had
trying to
to
match it to his neck. I see what you're trying to do.
Yes, that dude is so pale, and my beard is so red. There wasn't a lot I could do. Anyway.
I mean, hey, at least you made it kind of work.
Right, it's close enough.
That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway,
That is very funny.
so we'll have blind bundles of comics. They'll all have something in common. I will write a riddle. If you solve the riddle, you get a discount.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
a fun
good.
little game we play.
No, that's
And that's
awesome.
Sunday, folks.
So tune in sometime Eastern.
Sunday 8:00 Eastern.
There you
Is
go.
it AM or PM?
If I'm awake at 8:00 a.m. Eastern on a Sunday,
So that's
the
5
world is
PM.
ending.
That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
all right,
Okay.
everybody. So
Let's get back to some comic books.
let's talk about the end. I have no idea what's going on in the end. All I know is that Steve Orlando is the master of ceremonies for the end. I don't know why, but
Well,
this
he's been
man-
writing the 2099 books.
Yeah, sorry, he's the he's the master of ceremonies for the 2099 books.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me get this out of the way.
Yeah.
Steve Orlando did the writing. Ibrahim Robertson did the art. Andrew Dahlhaus did the color art. And VC's Joe Caramagna did the lettering. And that cover is done by David Marquez and J. David Ramos. And there were a whole bunch of variant covers. I cannot see spending money on a variant cover for this book. So I didn't buy any of them.
Okay, so since you fired the first shot, what was your thoughts, my friend?
My thought is it's too bad Marvel abuses the FOC system, because I've already had to order the number 2, and I didn't know that I did not want to read this when I ordered the number 2. So now I'm going to be getting the number 2 and not even crack it open.
I thought you liked, battle type stuff.
I love it. I'm reading DCKO. That's good. This is the Temu version of DCKO. I'm sorry, Mr. Orlando, if you watch this, but stick with Scarlet Witch. I love the 2099 books. I owned all of them.
The original runs, I have all of them. When we first started on the Comic Book Shopping Network, every time a 2099 would come up and I'm watching, I'd be like, I want that. Love the gimmick of the foil covers back then, the Doom one. I have not enjoyed the 2099 books in the last couple of years at all. And this was, you didn't like the Wonder Woman Lobo. This for me was a huge no. Really?
No. Started off with Blood Wielder. No.
Dracula.
Yeah.
But who died?
And then we get
died,
Abyssus.
So he died. So the thing that's crazy about this is, real quick, I'm going to cut you off, but I just want to make sure the one thing that was crazy was this, and this is what Marvel has allowed Steve Orlando to do. And I don't know why. Some of it's kind of interesting, some of it's not. This is the same thing that he's doing in his Scarlet Witch run, where they're basically doing a series of one-off stories based on these characters or properties that continue a much larger narrative that he is telling. We saw that in Scarlet Witch. It's working, and now they're doing the same thing in the 2099 universe, and this is what we're getting. So, and I think that does the reader a disservice, because if you pick this up, hey Sophie, if you pick this up, you don't know that. Like, you don't know the history that Steve Orlando has tried to create or cultivate with this story, because it hints back at a lot of the other stories. And the problem is he doesn't really let it, this is not new reader friendly, is what I'm saying, because if you didn't know that Dracula had died and he was resurrected to be Galactus's herald, or Null's herald, or Abyss's herald, then you wouldn't know that. So that's the problem, that one problem I have with it. But feel free to go on. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I just feel like I can't remember the name of the book, but it had, we reviewed the number 1 a couple weeks ago. It was the one with Ant-Man, the alternate Ant-Man, the alternate Wasp. Do you remember when we were reading it? Like, it was like Battle World. I think it was Battle World. We already have Battle World, and now we have this. You know what? Marvel is just and then we have the the Ultimate Universe is also going to be doing this thing. Like,
Marvel's
Are the
like Spartan.
trademarks up on all these characters? Like, why are we seeing so many alternate reality characters spread through 3 different books? It's too much. It's too much for me. And
People
the
like
fact
it?
that we got Scott and Jean and then AOA Wolverine and I just, and then this new Spider-Man, and yes, Kyle is like building to the 3099 is weird, and I don't know. I will review the number ones, but I have no interest in 3099. I just feel like, hey, we had a good run with 2099. Let's just move on to 3099, create a whole bunch more new characters that we're
Why
never
not?
going to use. I just, for me, this was overkill. Like the last couple of pages where, you know,
Mephisto talking to what's his name?
Mephisto pulls his heroes and then the Abyssal Warriors, and I'm like, oh,
And it's Null and Galactus
yeah, Null and
as-
Galactus
as one creature. I mean, like, it's got the one thing about it is it has fun ideas in it, but it's just the execution is kind of like, man, like it really feels like seriously, it really feels like one of those things. I've used this analogy before. I just think he was like, by he, I mean, Steve Orlando was just like, this would be cool if such and such, and oh, I could do this, blah 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 blah. You know, he's very much trying to like throw everything in the kitchen sink at it.
This issue had like halfway
good.
through it, I was a little it was a little too much because reading this would have been, yeah, because I read them in the order. So I had already read a whole bunch about battles and everything, and then I got to this and I was like, I don't care. I don't.
So the one thing, and this really stuck out to me, and maybe you in the comments, you know, can help us. But there was a passage when Mephisto was talking to Abyssactyl or whatever it's called, the fusion of Galactus. I'm just gonna call him Galactus.
And no,
And Null, and he says to him, I am one evil tied to one universe, and I will use this universe. I always thought that Mephisto was a multiversal concept because he is evil personified. Is that not the case anymore? Because I thought that Mephisto transcended dimensions because he is evil. And if that is not the case anymore, then when did that
change?
Yeah, when did that change? Because now he made a big point of saying that and saying that Galactus Nullactus could pull from the whole multiverse. And I thought, if that's like, shouldn't an editor have caught that, or does it not matter anymore? I guess it doesn't matter, because I was like, wait, what? So that took me out of it. And I know people can think that's a minor thing, but that changes a fundamental part of a cosmic they have a name for it, and one of those idea things, they call them the concepts. They like so that was one thing that kind of took me out of it, because I was like, wait a minute, I thought Mephisto transcended, you know, realities. And if that's not the case anymore, like, wow, that he really got a huge downgrade. But anyway,
well,
I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I stopped reading halfway through and just looked at the picture, so I didn't even catch that line. I really did not like this book.
Yeah,
and
I thought the art was good.
Yeah, it was serviceable.
Yeah, I thought the art was fine. Like I just don't think the 2099 stuff. The 2099 stuff is hit or miss, and I think it's just because, like, he only does like 4 issues, and then he's on to another part of that universe. So he must either have a really competitive rate, or they just like working with him.
I think he's got pictures on someone.
Because because I'm just like, all right, so I don't know, like, whatever.
Yeah, this was a miss for me. But if you like 2099 stuff and you want the idea, or you like the idea of Null and Galactus being one body, then yeah, pick this up. But I would say don't waste your money. Like, at all. Like, don't.
All right. The Darkness, number 1.
So before we get into this, did you used to read The Darkness at any point in its long history?
Okay. So I played the video game that they made of the darkness. And this book police. That's funny. I played the video game. I read Witchblade every so often. I thought it was a little too cheesecakey for me. And then I read a little bit of the Darkness saga, and I know it got relatively convoluted towards the end there. So, and like weird babies and stuff like that were popping out. So yeah. That was a long-winded way to say not really.
Okay. So
I thought about actually getting an omnibus and just like really kicking back and like reading some of those old books, like the old Witchblade and this one, the old Darkness. Just to kind of like have something to read when I'm on the bathroom, you know, get it at a half off books, you know, and then, you know, read it as an omnibus and then like give it to someone, you know. So when you said, hey, I want to do this one, I was like, oh, okay. But I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't that bad.
All right, so let's get this out of the way. Written by Mark Silvestri. So nice to have Mark Silvestri back. Wish he was penciling, but pencils by Ed Bennis. Crazy, because didn't look like Ed Bennis at all. Inks by Sal Regia, pages 7 through 28, and John Livesay, pages 2 through 6, 29 through 34, and Matt Banning, who only inked page 1. Colors were by Arif Prianto, letters by Troy Petreri, and that cover was, of course, by Mark Silvestri. I did not ever read The Darkness. Nope. I never dipped my toes into. So when I was never read any Top Cow, none, no Witchblade, no Darkness. In fact, the only time I ever bought anything that wasn't Marvel or DC was. Yeah, no, I really didn't buy a lot of
stan, sir.
Yeah, except for when Exiles was produced. I don't even know the company, but it was Juggernaut, Sienna Blaze, and
Sienna Blaze. God damn.
I can't remember the guy's name. They went over and worked with some of the characters. I think it might have been Top Cow. I don't know. That was the only time I ever didn't buy Marvel DC. So no, The Darkness was never. When Image first started, yes, I bought those.
Of course, the number ones. You know, you had to get
them. I when Image started, that the artist I loved went from Marvel, and of course I was like, oh my god, I love their art. So I bought all of them, like all of this, but I never read the Darkness stuff.
Okay.
Until today. It wasn't a bad story at all. The story was kind of cool. Some of the words sounded kind of dated. Some of the phrases used in this
was very dated. Yes, Mark Silvestri is an older guy. I'm not trying to be an ageist or anything, but
no,
you know, it was very. It was the language was a little off. No, I got you.
Yeah,
the cursing, like they cursed so much.
Okay,
try to make it sound like a Sopranos kind of thing, but
what I didn't like about let's just go into this then. What I didn't like, if you're gonna do something, be consistent. So you don't want to say, I don't know if we could say it, but shit. But on one side you have a guy falling to his death and he's saying shit like 5 times. On the next panel, someone says bull, and then it's a bunch of characters like Saturn and a hashtag, and the inconsistencies of swearing in this book was crazy.
And they did a lot.
They did, but stick to it. Either do it or don't. Or is this the case of like South Park used to be? We could say 1 or we can say 4. So does this comic, you can only say it like 5 times, and all the other times you got to use
the
symbols.
6th time you get an R rating.
I don't know. It's
a character choice.
That's a character choice.
It is.
It always has been. No, there have been characters in the darkness that swear pretty regularly, and there are characters that don't. They'll go bull,
Yes,
you know,
this was
whatever.
a lot of that.
So it's totally a character choice.
It was not good.
He's like, it's a choice, of course.
The art, I was shocked. I think this is Ed Bennis trying to be Mark Silvestri. I did not see any traces of what I love about Ed Bennis at all in this book.
I thought the art was okay.
Oh no, the art didn't suck. I'm saying I didn't see him in the art. I see Mark Silvestri in the art. And that's not a bad thing. I thought it was interesting that we saw Witchblade in this book. I was like, oh,
they have a very convoluted and tight history,
but not in this. In this, not yet. But I really enjoyed seeing her, and the only reason I knew who that was is because of the last name. I was like, wait a minute, and I googled it, and yeah, that was Witchblade in this. So interesting that we might be getting a little Witchblade.
Yes, and the Angelus or the powers, the Angelus are the technically evil people because they're like angels who are like,
good is evil and evil is good in this world. They literally say that in the credits.
Good is evil and evil is not so evil. You know, it's just like, So yeah, and then the darkness is just fear manifest. Yeah, Kyle says you need some history with the darkness to really dig this book. I
did not hate this. I really didn't hate it though.
I didn't hate it either. I just wish that Mark Silvestri had written it with someone because it did feel a little dated, and it felt okay. There was two things. Okay, overall, I thought the book was fine, and it really made me but it really made me hungry for the 90s with this book. And so that's why part of me was like, well, maybe I can get a Darkness omnibus and I can read that and really feel like, but to collect it as an adult or to collect it like 20 years later, I don't know, that might be a tough sell. But the characters are interesting, you know, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. They made a video game out of it. The video game was great. Well, it wasn't great, but it was good for the time that it was made. The two glaring issues that I had I had with it was it felt like it was too smushed in. A lot of crap happened in this one book. I really wish they would have separated it out a little bit because the book is all set up. It's all set up, and I really wish that they would have limited that a little bit.
Yeah.
Number two, and I said this before, was the dialogue and everything seemed very dated, and I really wish that Mark would have written it with someone to give him a little bit of editing about what he was saying, what he was doing, because some of the stuff that was happening felt very forced. It felt very 90s. It felt very like Sopranos. It felt very like it had been done before. So if you're going to reintroduce these characters, I would have liked them to be reintroduced a little bit more fresher, I guess, because if I wanted the exact same stuff, again, I could just get an omnibus and read that. For this, I want to read something different. So, but will I pick up the number two? I don't know.
No.
It feels at this point, it feels like a graphic novel. I might pick up Witchblade to see how they work together, because it really is, again, it's that Buffy / Angel kind of thing going on with these two characters. So maybe that'll scratch that itch. But who knows? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for staying with us. But you know what time it is. It is time for us to give away a comic book to one lucky winner. Hopefully it's not Kyle. I mean,
well,
Kyle can't win. He's a producer. It will look too much. Oh, he's ready for us. He's angry now. He's like, screw it. I'm gonna do it. You can give it to me. SF. All righty, SF. My friend, if you could please do me a favor and you can do me a favor and fill out the thingy,
Form that
the
Kyle's
form.
about to
Thank you,
put
Thingy.
in.
The form that Kyle's going to put in. He just popped in. If you could please fill that out for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. And then we will send this out to you, and you can tell all your friends and family, hey, I got this, I got this fantastic cover from the Geeks on the Geek Chat. So
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us, taking the time out to watch us. Thanks
don't be
for
grumpy, Kyle.
Don't be grumpy, Kyle. Sorry. We have one more show left of this year, so stay tuned for next week. We'll be back.
Yes, and then we're going on our winter vacation, winter break, and then when we come back, we'll be refreshed, and we will talk about all things geeks for the new year. Yes, Kyle.
You mean you guys don't want to ring in the New Year with me on New Year's Day?
I'm sorry, sir.
Doing this.
I will
thank God.
I will. Oh. Get at it.
There are some people who want to do shows New Year's Day, and I'm like, bro,
what?
No,
no, that's a no for us. Sorry, everybody, but that's a no. So congratulations, everybody. We'll see you next week when we have our another really great show and another good giveaway. So please have a great rest of the week, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye, everyone.